Yeah.
Let's hear another song, if we may.
This one's called Something Familiar. When I got you on the brain, my body doesn't work the same. You make me feel some kind of way. And I don't know if it's a change, if my life's supposed to rearrange. 'Cause I don't have time to make up my mind. I'm going in blind. You feel something familiar, like a somewhat of a blur, so sweet. The memory tastes on my teeth. Hazy, hazy now. I'm about to turn around and see if you're there waiting for me. Tell me, only bachelor, have I seen you in here before? Once or twice or maybe more. It seems like only yesterday I was shaking your hand and relearning your name, and now I've dreamt of sharing funny cigarettes. You feel something familiar, like a somewhat of a blur, so sweet. The memory tastes on my teeth. Hazy, hazy now. I'm about to turn around and see if you're there waiting for me. You feel something familiar, like a somewhat of a blur, so sweet. The memory tastes on my teeth. Hazy, hazy now. I'm about to turn around and see if you're there waiting for me. You're there waiting for me. You're there waiting for me.
It's a song called Something Familiar from Taylor Ray on her new album, Mad 20s. Boy, your voice is sure warmed up this morning.
Oh, is it?
It's
Thank
a
you.
cold studio, and your voice is sounding great.
Oh, great. Thank you. I appreciate that.
I don't know, does it take a little while sometimes for the voice and the fingers to get all warmed up each day?
Yes. When I'm performing so much, at a time in like a couple weeks span, not really. It's kind of just ready to go.
All right.
It does feel a little rough this morning, so thank you. I warmed up when I got here a little bit, but yeah.
Yeah, well, it's a soulful sound you have. In fact, I think you've coined a new term for your music, soul and roll, because you had kind of like a southern rock and blues phase, and you were playing hotels and weddings, so kind of like the lounge, chill jazz sound.
Yep.
And you're glad to have moved on from that.
Oh, so
those
glad.
gigs anyway.
Oh, so glad.
Maybe you
Yes.
still love chill lounge music. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, there's like a jazzy element to some of my music, but I definitely prefer to not play in hotels anymore. It was great while, I was doing it. I got to make my whole living just playing music for about 5 years doing that, and that's something I'm really grateful for. But yeah, the gigs are great to practice at, but sometimes it can be a little soul-sucking, being the sonic wallpaper, just like creating the mood. Especially playing originals, because at that point I was just playing a lot of covers. I didn't think people wanted to hear originals in that setting. And so this tour has been such a blast because I'm just playing all my original music, and yeah, it's lovely.
You say you didn't think people in those, weddings and hotel lobbies and stuff that they didn't want to hear originals. Isn't that true though? I mean, isn't that like one of the major frustrations is like all they want to hear is, the songs you can sing along to.
Yes.
And then what, they just kind of start chattering when you sing one of your own songs?
Exactly.
It must be so frustrating
Yeah.
as a songwriter.
Absolutely. Yeah. You grab their attention with the covers, and then as soon as you play an original, exactly, they're just like, okay, I don't know this one.
Yeah.
But, that's how the human brain works when it's doing other things, especially. They like when they hear something familiar, they tend to gravitate towards it. But
so if we can talk about, career stuff, when you made that transition from playing those gigs to, no, you're playing your own music for your own sets, whether you're opening up for someone, maybe if you do that, or it's just like your own sets at like White Horse, Black Mountain tonight. Was that like a little transition phase, or is it like, nope, I'm done with the hotel lobbies. I am only going to play, cafes and clubs and listening rooms.
Yeah. What cut it off was COVID.
Oh,
yeah.
well,
I just
course.
got stopped right in my tracks doing like my regular hotel gigs and corporate stuff and all that. The events obviously were stopped. And yeah, at first it kind of freaked me out, obviously, because that's how I made my living. But it really pushed me in the direction to make the album. That's when I started thinking that it was time to actually do the record. And then after that, it's kind of just been going from there. We released it, and now we're doing the tour. It was a natural process. Yeah.
Cool. You released the album after moving to Austin?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But all right.
Yeah, from California originally, from Santa Cruz, and then moved to Austin a little over 3 years ago now.
All right.
Yeah.
So how do you like that? It's working well for you?
I love it.
All right.
I love it there. Yeah, I'm back and forth a lot, actually, between Austin, Nashville, and Santa Cruz, or the Bay Area. And so I never really have time to miss any of the spots because I'm just always on the move, and it's kind of my dream life. I don't like being stagnant for too long in one place. Yeah.
I imagine you moved to Austin because of the great music scene there.
Mm-hmm.
Is there something in particular about it that you really are like impressed with, or that really is keeping you there?
Yeah, they're just huge supporters of local music. The bands you see there, while there are touring bands that come through, a lot of the bands you see are from Austin, have been in Austin for decades, and play local venues, which I think is cool. It's less of a music industry town, which I also love. They really focus on like the live element of music, and yeah, that's what I like to do. So.
Wow. I know that there's a pretty strong music industry there.
Yeah.
People see, the amazing size of South by Southwest and hear stories about some Austin artists, locals, or folks like you that moved there in hopes of great things, finding that, it's too crowded or too many of us, or the industry is actually not what it was cracked up to be. So I'm glad you're finding the silver lining in it all.
I love it, yeah, because again, it's focused on live. So like the festivals there are awesome, and everyone goes to see live music, whereas in LA and Nashville, it's like people go to record and do music business and kind of more that side, as well as live music, obviously. But Austin just has something special with the local scene going on there.
Cool.
Yeah.